Good evening. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Sunday, July 17th, 2022. And I want to take you down a rabbit trail again. I don't know if it'll all connect the way I think it will, but we'll find out together, okay? You see, I have a theory, and that is that ordinary, everyday people become heroes. Often unexpectedly. They don't set out to become heroes. They just do what they think is right or needed at a moment in time. And it turns out that it's heroic. I also believe that all of us have it in us to be everyday heroes in some way. Over and over again on my channel, I have people saying, I want to do something, I don't know what to do. And I can identify with that. I'm 66 years old. I started this channel a few months ago. And the reason I did was because I was trying to figure out what could I do. I'm awake. I'm aware that there's a fight going on for our world, for the safety of our children, for humanity. But I'm 66 years old. I'm not in great shape. I can't bench press 80 pounds. What can I do? What can I do? And I thought, well, I could do what I do anyway, and that is speak on Zoom and tell people the things I know and maybe help them along on their path, give them something to laugh at if nothing else, okay? Or maybe just make people see that no matter how old you are, there's something you can do that doesn't involve money. It can involve your intention, your prayers, your heart, and it doesn't have to be going into battle, not in a typical way. Okay, well, rabbit trail number one. I admit to being a fiction junkie. I'm a bookworm and I love to read fiction. I'm not one for biographies and histories and things like that. They have their place and there's times that I delve that way, but when I need brain candy, I go to fiction. And I'm currently reading a trilogy by Nora Roberts. It's called the Circle Trilogy. And there was something in it that just really spoke to me today and I wanted to share with you. 19% of the way in, I'm doing it on a Kindle, so I can't give you the page number. A character named Glenna is asked why she has joined a fight that seems like it's insurmountable. And her reply is just beautiful. She says, I'm here because if I didn't fight, if I didn't try, everything we have and are and know, every one of us could be lost. Because what's inside me demands that I be here. And above all, because good needs soldiers against evil. Well, that pretty much sums it up for me. Okay, I'm not going to be taking an M16 or anything else out again. Yeah, those days are gone. But I oppose evil. I oppose it. In my imperfect self, I oppose it. I want to stand firm against it. And like I said in one of my previous videos, my desire is to end well. And that means standing up for what's right or quietly saying, I don't comply, or that doesn't work for me, or whatever the case may be. You see, heroes crop up all around us, and they're not the ones that are crafted by the media. They may simply be Novak, who won the, and I can't say his last name, so I'm not even going to try, who won the Wimbledon, and he's being praised and reviled for simply taking a stand about his health autonomy and saying he wanted to control what goes in his body, whether it's food or medicine or something else. Or maybe it's Angela Gomez, who rushed into a school and saved her children. And when she was threatened about speaking out about it, she did it anyway. A hero on 2 counts. Or maybe it's Trans Granny, who left this comment on today's video. One more thing, Laura, could we do another large fast and/or prayer to our God and universe to bring hunger, drought, suffering, inflation, corruption to abolishment? This would be so powerful to do these on a regular basis. I feel that this is the way to our new earth, to pray and fast in collectives for what is needed. Okay, just a thought. If you see this, and yes, Trans Granny, of course I do. I read the comments. By the way, Trans Granny, I sent you an email several days ago. I've been waiting for you to answer it. So please check your email or your spam box and see if you can find that email. Just thought I'd put that out there. Okay, or maybe another hero, one more hero before we get to our purpose for the reading tonight. Maybe you just care enough to send me an email like this. This email is from Melissa, who goes by Flag Lady. She said, most of my messages sent to truthers seem to get ignored or overlooked. I pray this isn't the case with you as well, because I feel that this is very important for me to share. Please read my thoughts. 1, we keep hearing that we are who we are waiting for. 2, we also keep hearing that we have spiritual powers. If these things are true, and yes, I think they are, I feel that we as a whole could put a stop to all evil in an instant. I feel that we could possibly do this by having a specific meditation or mantra by everyone in the know around the world at a set time, date, to strongly let the universe know that we are done with evil and will no longer allow it to flourish any longer in our existence, and that we are taking back our sovereignty at that moment. I also feel that everyone needs to do this together, so getting the word out to everyone will take strategy. But if not enough people are awake yet to make this possible, we then could have a specific meditation to awaken the world and then reconvene with a larger we to stop evil. What are your thoughts on this? Well, I think when I get 2 similar messages in one day on a very similar theme, the universe is asking us to embrace something that is powerful. So, and you know, sometimes it just starts with a small group. I haven't got a huge channel by YouTube standards, but we did do one meditation that people felt gratified to be part of, even though the live stream didn't work out. So let's ask the cards tonight if having a regular meditation is something that could help our earth to flourish, to become what it needs to be, to go where it needs to go, for people to wake up and ascend as the spiritual beings and beautiful people that they are. So let's ask the cards if this would be an effective practice, and then we will put it into play if it seems like something that the universe is going to smile on. Okay, 1 second, I'll be back with the cards and we'll see what the universe advises. Okay, would there be benefit and value into doing regular meditations to not violate anybody's free will, but to picture our world headed into on a bright path, an ascension path, and for those willing to wake up, to do so as gently and fully as possible? What does the universe advise? We have the 2 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Hanged Man, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so our situation is indicated by the 2 of Wands, which is about making plans for the future, looking out on a new path. And we're definitely asking about this. Is this thought of having regular meditations something that would be a benefit to the world? And then it's clarified by the 9 of Pentacles, which is a card of abundance and richness and blessing, and there's no good reason not to, is what I'm getting from this. In the recent past, I've got the Two of Cups, which to me signifies the two people that contacted me with a very similar idea and asked me to do this, that their hearts were in agreement, and it tells me the universe is speaking to many of us and asking us to do what we can, okay? Despite what we may or may not be able to bench press, or what we may or may not be able to afford, you know, for specific causes. We do have our time, we do have our hearts, we do have our intention. This is a multi-generational card of love and prosperity, and it would be of benefit to pursue this course of action. Now, the Page of Swords is kind of interesting. Okay, he's very much about seeking out truth, learning new skills with diplomacy. See, the Page is a youthful energy, and despite my age, I'm not accomplished in guiding meditations and what have you. So it will be a new endeavor that we'll kind of be learning together. I did learn some things with the first one. You set your intention. You don't violate anybody's free will. You don't allow your intention to be transmuted or changed in any way other than what you intend. And so I think we have the basics to do this and do it well and have the world benefit from it and at least cause no harm. Okay, the Hangman is about looking at things in a new way, a new light. And I encourage all of you, whether you're 20 or 80 and you're hearing this, to realize that there is a role for you in the fight for humanity, for our world, for our path, that you need to see yourself as a warrior, because that's what we are. If we're awake and we want the truth to come out, and we want our world to be on a path of light, then we're looking at things in a new way, and we want the world to too. The Wheel of Fortune is always in motion, and we know that our world is going from dark to light. So we can be a part of that in a meaningful way. Okay, well, I was waiting to see what the cards had to say about that. Let's see a couple others, let's see what happens. We have a Strength card. We will end the World card. Okay, look at that. We got 4 major arcanas on this topic. So our small contribution can make a difference, and we're going to do it. Here's what will happen. Next Sunday, I'm going to set Sundays aside for the meditation, and I'll try to do it via a live stream. And I'll put an announcement about it on the community page like I did last time with the first one, and kind of a rough outline of what we're going to try to do. And we'll spend just a few minutes together as a group, hopefully by live stream, so we can encourage one another and talk and chat and things like that. If it doesn't work out, then I'll record something, or you can just go ahead like you did the last time and go without me. But I also know now to pray for protection for my connections, my computer, the Zoom session, whatever's going on. I try to have that be protected by prayer and intention before I ever join up with you. So we'll set a time trying to be as convenient as possible. I know a lot of my viewership are many time zones different than me, and it may be that it works better to do 2 in one day, and then you could join for whichever one you want, and maybe one of them will manage to be live even if the other isn't. So I'll give it some thought and prayer, and I'll put up an announcement on the community page. And next week then, July 23rd on Sunday, instead of a traditional tarot read, we're going to, if you choose to and you wish to, we're going to meet and have a meditation of prayer and intention for our world and the path of humanity. By the way, several people in the comments are talking about how the sun seems to be brighter and that they're feeling some energy shifts. So we really are. Things are changing, and changing in a good way. Don't let yourself fall into the old paradigm of being worried and fearful and buying into any fear porn, okay? The most powerful thing we have is just saying, no, thank you. I'm not going to live in fear. No, thank you. I'm not going to accept that as the only inevitable possible ending for whatever. We've got this, people. We really have this, and we can make a difference. And it doesn't involve money. It just involves your time and your heart. And those are the strongest things we have going for us, is our hearts. That's it for this video. Thank you for following me down those rabbit trails and talking about everyday heroes and maybe a way that we can, in small ways, be ones ourselves. Thank you. Good night.